Welcome to the very first battle of Oreburgh Gate Draft League, presented to you by FnF. This is week number 1 of the preseason, and we're looking at the matchup between Prism Armory, which is Pharaoh's team, versus Signal Mountain Suicunes, which is Eon's team. As a reminder, the Mega Pokemon available in this battle are Grotle with any Z-Move privilege and Chandelure with Attack Z-Move privilege. Eons did not bring any Pokemon with Z-Move privilege, so we may see a Z-Move from Pharaoh's side. Not sure if we definitely won't see one from Eon's side. This matchup looks like it could be a very bulky one, with both sides bringing a few of their bulky mons. Taking a look especially at Pharaoh Seed, Duskull, Baltoy, and even Quillfish. Pretty bulky Pokemon, and Eons is going to have some ease switching out between them, especially with those pivots of Mienfoo and Emolga. On Pharaoh's side, we have Grotle, Marini, Shuckle, and Metang to an extent, being very bulky, and then Lampent and Carvana seem to be the more fighting ones, the ones that are attacking more often than defending. This is going to be pretty interesting. I feel like this has the potential to be pretty drawn out, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see which side can gain some momentum in this. Lampent is going to be really useful versus Duskull, Baltoy, and Pharaoh Seed, because it pretty much prevents them from covering each other's weaknesses, because it could hit all of them. And even Quillfish, to an extent, has to be careful if it has Psychic. So I think Lampent can probably be a useful Pokemon in this matchup. Mienfoo looks like it'll actually be really useful, being able to pivot with Regenerator. It could come in on passive Pokemon and then pivot out to restore HP. And it also has Fake Out and Knock Off, so that's going to be something to look at as well. So yeah, let's take a look. Before we start, I just want to point out how funny it looks like all these Pokemon are moving, and then Pharaoh Seed looks like it just saw something traumatizing and it's just frozen. Like, it is literally just freezing. I don't think it's moving at all. Maybe ever so slightly, but I'm not sure. Anyways, this is a replay, so let's take a look and see how it goes. Match number 1, Hype. Alright, Shuckle's going to be that lead, a good lead with access to Sticky Web and Stealth Rock. Quillfish, Weird Fish the Quillfish, is going to be the lead on Signal Mountain Suicunes, Shuckle for Prism Armory, and Taunt is actually going to prevent Shuckle from doing anything. Good anti-lead by Quillfish. Shuckle is unable to use Stealth Rock after that Taunt. Toxic Spikes are now up, and those Toxic Spikes can be removed by Marini. Looks like Shuckle's going to go for a Gyro Ball. It's not going to do much damage, only about 7% to Weird Fish. But it's going to restore most of that back with its Black Sludge. It's at basically full HP. Marini's going to come in, though, absorbing those Toxic Spikes. And there goes a Waterfall. It's not going to do that much damage. Remember, though, that Quillfish does have Taunt, so Marini is going to have to deal with that as well. Maybe it'll fish for some burns from Scald. And indeed, the Taunt is going to be used again on Marini. And Marini goes for the knockoff. That's going to remove the Black Sludge from Weird Fish. Actually, pretty good move there from Marini, who's almost at full health now. The Black Sludge can no longer recover Quillfish. Sensing that Quillfish is not really comfortable anymore, Liquidation from Marini is going to hit Pikachu V8. Wow, that actually did big damage. I'm surprised we're seeing an offensive Marini here. That is actually really interesting. Pikachu V8 being brought down to 43%. Shuckle's going to come back in, and I think Pikachu V8 probably go for a Volt Switch. No, a Thunderbolt's going to hit Shuckle, only dealing about 18%. Shuckle's now free to go for a Stealth Rock. U-turn is going to allow Pikachu V8 to switch. Maybe we'll see Quillfish once again. And no, it's Baltoy, Tyranitar the Baltoy, ready to spin those rocks away. But it's Sticky Web that comes up. Either way, it's probably going to be spun away by Baltoy. Actually, Baltoy goes for Earth Power, and that's only going to do about 13%. Shuckle now sets up Stealth Rock, but once again, we do know that Baltoy gets Rapid Spin, but will Lampent comes in. No, actually, Baltoy's going to set up its own Stealth Rocks. And Shuckle's going to go for Gastro Acid, which is going to remove Baltoy's Levitate. And there's the Rapid Spin, clearing away those hazards. And Gyro Ball hits, it's not going to do that much damage, only about 11%. In comes Mienfoo, Kitty the Mienfoo, with a lot of exclamation marks. And Marini's going to come in to face Mienfoo. Mienfoo does have knockoff, but this Marini seems to be hitting pretty hard with Liquidation. And actually, Fake Out is a move that Kitty is going to use. And that's going to prevent Marini from doing anything. The score is still 6-6. This shows you how NFE is a pretty bulky metagame. But it's fun. It's a really interesting format. Alright, and there's that knockoff. Black Sludge is now gone from Marini. Both of the water poisons have lost their Black Sludge, but Toxic Spikes is going to go up now. Quillfish is going to be the only one who will be able to absorb those Toxic Spikes. Pharaoh Seed's going to come out. It doesn't really care about those Toxic Spikes going up. Spiky Boy the Pharaoh Seed. Grotle is going to come in. A good choice versus Pharaoh Seed, considering it's not affected by Leech Seed. And it's actually going to use a Z move. Maybe a Z Earthquake? Z Curse. Interesting. So we have Curse boosting attack actually by 2 times, defense by 1 time, and then speed is lowered. Knockoff is going to hit, but because of the Z Crystal, it's not going to do much damage. Quillfish comes in danger of that Earthquake if Grotle has Earthquake, but Intimidate's going to bring its attack down a little bit. Crunch is going to hit, not doing that much damage, 30%, considering its attack is raised by 1.5. And Weird Fish is going to go for a Destiny Bond to try to take down toward Grotle with it. But Leech Seed actually is what Grotle decides to use to regain a little bit of health. Smart move there by Pharaoh. Grotle is now almost at full HP. Quillfish is just going to switch out into Mienfoo. What Eons could do right now is just keep switching in Quillfish to get some more Intimidates off. Some chip damage with Fake Out. The problem is there's still that increased defense on Grotle, and I think it's going to be really tough for Eons to break through that defense. And U-Turn is going to hit, not doing that much damage, but decent amount. And in comes Emolga. The Seed Bomb's going to hit and do about 35%. Emolga is pretty low in HP now, but a Roost is going to allow it to restore HP, but Seed Bomb will do more damage now if Seed Bomb is the move used, but it's not the move used. Crunch is the move that's used, and Rocky Helmet's going to deal a little damage to Grotle. There's another Roost. Grotle actually goes for the Leech Seed to restore a little more health. It looks like Grotle's Leech Seed is allowing it to retain its longevity. Pikachu V8 is now going to have to think about roosting, but it goes for the U-turn, and we're seeing a lot of that pivoting coming from Eons. Duskull is going to be the one to come in, not Mega Man. A Crunch will hurt a lot though, and Crunch is the move that's used, doing more than half of Duskull's HP. Not Mega Man, the Duskull having a little bit of trouble, but Will-O-Wisp is going to allow Eons to slow down the momentum of this match. And Grotle's actually going to go for another Curse, which is going to offset some of that burn reduction in Grotle's attack. One more Curse and it'll be above its normal attack. And Pharaoh Seed comes out to take that Leech Seed. It does look like Pharaoh Seed is the best answer to Grotle right now, considering Grotle has Crunch as its coverage move, and that's not going to do a lot to Pharaoh Seed. And in addition, Pharaoh Seed can use Iron Barbs to harm Grotle. So yeah, that crunch is only going to do about 10%, but because of the iron barbs mixed with the burn, Grotle will be going down soon if it doesn't switch out. And indeed, that's what it does. Grotle's going to switch out into Carvanha. Interesting choice of Pokemon. Carvanha has an Eviolite, actually. Interesting. Carvanha not really known for its defensive capabilities, but actually Ferroseed's going to switch out. Kitty comes out instead. What was Carvanha going to use on Ferroseed? Super Fang. Interesting. So Carvanha goes for the Super Fang, and its speed boost is going to boost its speed. This might be enough to outspeed and KO Kitty, who's going to probably go for a Fake Out first. Actually, no, it doesn't go for a Fake Out. Poison Fang, sorry, is going to hit, dealing Toxic Poison onto Mienfoo. High Jump Kick, though, is going to take out Carvanha, and this is the first Pokemon to go out in this battle. Down goes Carvanha, and Kitty is going to be hurt by Poison, but it's still going to be alive, and it can just switch out, and Regenerator will allow it to be fine. In comes Shuckle, and we'll probably see Baltoy come in to spin away any hazards that Shuckle decides to set up. A Figgy Berry, though, is going to give Shucky some more longevity. And actually, Ferroseed's the one who comes in. Stealth Rock is now up. Ferroseed is going to set up a Leech Seed. And Shuckle's going to Gastro Acid. I actually didn't know that that hit Steel types, but I guess it does. And Leech Seed is going to restore some HP. Shuckle's HP, not really that high, so Leech Seed won't restore that much, but it was enough for Spiky Boy to be fine. Spiky Boy now probably going to go for a knockoff. Yep, knockoff, calling out that Lampent switch-in. And Lampent actually doesn't lose its item, so this might be another Z Crystal Pokemon, just not using its Z Crystal. Lampent's going to go for the Heat Wave. That does about 39%, so Tyranitar the Baltoy can still take another Heat Wave, but not a Shadow Ball. Oh, but the Earth Power is actually going to take Lampent down. It's a critical hit, but maybe that didn't matter. I'm surprised that Baltoy actually outsped. And Metang is going to be the next one to come in. Score is now 4-6. Another Earth Power hits very hard. Wow, offensive Baltoy. And Metang goes for the Iron Head, taking down Baltoy. The first Pokemon on Eon's team is going to go down. In comes Mienfoo. I'm guessing we'll see a knockoff. And Grotle's actually going to come in to absorb whatever Mienfoo has to throw at it. It's actually a Fake Out. And down goes Grotle. I'm guessing maybe Marini will be next to come out. Indeed, Marini is the next one to come out. Probably to be greeted by a Quillfish. U-turn is going to hit, dealing critical damage. It's about 20% of Marini's HP. And Ferroseed actually is going to be the one to come in, not Quillfish. Ferroseed's going to be really hard to break through now that Lampent is gone. Marini sets up some Toxic Spikes now. And Shuckle comes in. The Stealth Rock damage is going to do quite a bit to Shuckle, though. And Spiky Boy, the Ferroseed, is able to set up a Leech Seed to recover some. Pharaoh's only hope would probably be Metang at this point. And Shuckle's going to go for Gastro Acid, but it doesn't really matter against Quillfish now that it already intimidated. And a Waterfall takes down Shuckle, leaving 2 Pokemon on Pharaoh's team. Metang is the next one to come out. I do believe Quillfish outspeeds, but will a Waterfall be enough to take it down? And it goes for the Destiny Bond. And Zen Headbutt misses, saving Metang the fate of Destiny Bond. Wow. And you can't Destiny Bond twice in a row, so Quillfish just goes for the Waterfall instead. And the flinch is going to allow Quillfish to live, probably being able to pull off another Waterfall. Marini is going to come in to take that Waterfall. And another critical hit. It seems like Marini gets hit by a lot of critical hits. Quillfish is going for that Waterfall. Does Marini have Recover is the big question. Marini actually flinches too, so we won't know. And Quillfish brings down Marini. Metang is the last Pokemon standing, but it is in range to get hit by Waterfall, and that's what happens. Waterfall hits it and takes it down, and that is the game. It is a 5-0 score with Eons as the victor. That is Signal Mountain Suicunes over Pharaoh's team, which is Prism Armory. Very interesting match. It was definitely, like, I think Eons definitely had a good defensive core going. That offensive Baltoy was actually really interesting, being able to deal huge damage to both Metang and Lampent, which seems to be some of the troublesome Pokemon for Eons. So once those Pokemon were taken care of, Pharaoh was able to defend, but wasn't able to break the team. So yeah, really interesting first battle. It wasn't as long as I thought it would be, but it still is definitely a slower paced metagame. So I'm excited to see some more. Stay tuned for some more Week 1 battles of Oreburgh Gate Draft League. Until then, this is Noel from My Coronet, and I'll see you then.